Disney World has a brand new Skip the Line service. Big changes are coming to Southwest Airlines. A character we never thought we'd see in a Disney park has made it to Avengers Campus, and more. All the latest theme park news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Now, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We can't take too long on introductions today though, because we gotta talk about Lightning Lane Multipass. All right, the biggest news item of the week is absolutely Lightning Lane Multipass. It's the new Skip the Line system at Disney World. But AJ, I just got the hang of GD Plus. Now I have to learn a whole new system before my upcoming trip in 2 weeks? Well, don't freak out. As your Disney Parks BFF and ultimate guide, I am here to do just that. Guide. Let me start by saying this. We have already made one video on the channel explaining the new system when Disney first announced the changes. We also have a whole entire video coming out very soon about our experience using this new system. So while I won't go into the nitty-gritty here in this video, you will not be left in the dust, I promise. So here's my quick rundown for this one. Genie Plus is now called Lightning Lane Multipass. This is an optional paid service available on the My Disney Experience app. Lightning Lane Multipass users are able to bypass standby lines and use the Lightning Lane, previously known as the FastPass line, at select attractions in the park by paying a single fee for multiple attractions. When purchasing Lightning Lane Multipass, you can make up to 3 Lightning Lane Multipass selections in a park ahead of your visit. Additionally, you must choose from a list of available times as you make your attraction selections. And you can continue to hold up to 3 Lightning Lane Multipass selections at a time. If you're staying at a Disney World hotel and select other hotels, you will be able to purchase and select your first 3 Lightning Lane Multipasses up to 7 days in advance of your check-in day for your entire stay, up to 14 days. If you are not staying in a Disney World hotel, you can purchase and select your first 3 Lightning Lane Multipasses 3 days in advance. With Lightning Lane Single Pass, you can pay a fee to use the Lightning Lane for an individual in-demand attraction like the previous individual Lightning Lanes. The only major change here is that you can make your purchase before your trip as well. Just like Multipass, you can select your first 3 Lightning Lane Single Passes up to 7 days in advance if you're staying at a Disney World hotel. All other guests can purchase and select their first 3 Lightning Lane Single Passes 3 days in advance. Now, if that was too much info at once, I totally get it, which is why the DFB team and I have created a free digital download guide that details everything you need to know about Multipass and Single Pass before your trip. Just scan the QR code you see on the screen now or head over to disneyfoodblog.com/multipass after this video, and we're going to get that guide sent straight to your inbox. After previously authorizing a strike due to unfair labor practices, 4 unions representing Disneyland cast members have come to a tentative agreement with the Disney company. On Friday, July 19, 2024, 4 unions representing more than 14,000 cast members around Disneyland Resort voted to authorize a strike, which would have been the first walkout in the park in 40 years. Custodians, ride operators, candy makers, and merchandise clerks are the cast members at the center of the fight. But it looks like Disney may have avoided a strike altogether by reaching a tentative agreement with the unions. A statement on the UFCW 324 union website reads, "We have reached a tentative agreement with Disney. We have fought hard for the past 4 months, and this tentative agreement would not have been possible without the strength we showed this past week with our rally and unfair labor practice vote. We achieved our goals, a 3-year contract that contains significant wage increases for all cast members, seniority increases, and the retention of premiums. We also addressed issues that will make the attendance policy work better for cast members." The unions had cited economic hardship, including housing and food insecurity, as reasons for authorizing the strike originally. Keep in mind that this is a tentative agreement and must still be voted on and approved by the union members after they've had the chance to review it. The vote will take place on July 29th from 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Disneyland. Cast members are truly what make Disneyland and Disney World, along with the rest of the Disney parks, so magical, and they certainly wouldn't be the same without them. After years of waiting, it appears as though Beast is back, meeting and greeting visitors in his study at VR Guest Restaurant in Magic Kingdom. Prior to the pandemic-related closures, diners would get to meet Beast in his study once they finished their meal during dinner. But when this restaurant opened up back in 2020, you had the Beast there, but he just kind of walked around the restaurant. He didn't go up to anybody's table, and there was no meet and greet. Many guests were seriously missing the opportunity to see Beast in his study, as it's the only place where you can actually meet and interact with him in all of Disney World. We confirmed with cast members that this week was the Beast's first time back meeting like this, and that they're testing things out to see if he behaves well enough that they can keep him doing it. It's possible this meet and greet could come back into full swing, or Disney could just choose to have Beast roaming around the restaurant as he has been since the restaurant reopened. One of our best Disney World park hacks just got a big upgrade. We've been screaming from the rooftops for a while about how much we rely on fuel rods to keep our phone batteries going, and with this new upgrade, it's getting even easier to use them. The premise behind fuel rods is pretty simple. You'll visit a kiosk where you can make your initial kit purchase. The fully charged battery pack rod is then dispensed to you, along with several cords and an adapter to fit multiple phone and device charging ports. We've charged everything from phones to cameras to even handheld fans with these things. And when you've used up the entire charge on your fuel rod, you can visit another kiosk, swap it out, and you get another one that's dispensed to you, charged and ready to go. This has been our experience for the most part, but admittedly, things could become somewhat of a psychological thriller for us when on busy days we would be dispensed a depleted fuel rod upon swapping. However, it seems those days may become fewer and farther between thanks to this latest design. On a recent swap, we were surprised to find that our familiar fuel rods had a different look to them now. The latest rods we were swapped came with a polished look that now sports a small button and light up indicators. This tiny upgrade is a tremendous help when determining how close you are to draining the last bit of your fuel rod's energy and when it's time to swap it for another one. We knew there would probably be a bit of price difference to be expected with this upgrade, so you should expect a single fuel rod to now cost $38, and the kiosk will also give you pricing on purchasing multiple kits at once. Now remember, our fuel rod tip is always to buy your fuel rods on Amazon before you go to Disney World. Don't wait and buy them at Disney World because they are a lot less expensive on Amazon. Big news, people. For years, Southwest Airlines has taken a different approach to flying. Unlike many major airlines in the US, Southwest passengers boarded under an open seating policy where seats were not pre-assigned. And now Southwest has some big plans. The company shared several announcements this week. Most notably, Southwest plans to assign seats, offer premium seating options, redesign its boarding model, and introduce red-eye flying. In a new statement, Southwest stated that the company will provide more details on its comprehensive plan in September. That said, we do know that Southwest decided to assign seats and offer premium seating options on all flights. Southwest explained that the airline conducted a research investigation and found that 80% of Southwest customers and 86% of potential customers prefer an assigned seat. Further, Southwest will offer a premium extended legroom portion of the cabin due to customer feedback, and at this time, cabin layout details are still being designed, but Southwest expects roughly 1/3 of the seats on its planes will offer extended legroom. So, what do you think of this news? Are you among the 80% of Southwest customers who prefer assigned seating? Let us know in the comments. Another major streaming company has teamed up with Disney to bring consumers a massive streaming bundle offer. You could already get Disney Plus and Hulu bundled together in one set price for both services, but that has now expanded to include Max, formerly HBO Max. Now, the new Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle is available in the US with an introductory price of $16.99 per month with ads and $29.99 per month without ads. Although you'll be able to see Hulu and Disney Plus streamable content shared across each other's platforms, streaming content through Max will mostly be accessed through its same app, with select content from Max accessible through Hulu when opting for no ads with your bundle. Taking a closer look at the no ads bundle comparison also revealed an advantage of access to downloadable content too. This means that if you're a fan of Max's House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, Friends, The Last of Us, the DC Universe, new releases from Warner Brothers and A24, along with much more, your billing could have just become much more streamlined. With this new bundle pricing, it's estimated that subscribers could save up to 38% on the bundle of Hulu, Max, and Disney Plus compared to paying individually for the same three services. According to Deadline, this is the first time we've seen separate companies join together to release a single bundled subscription service. However, other streaming giants like Netflix and Prime Video are choosing to keep their own company streaming services for now and have decided not to team up with other companies for the foreseeable future. For now, we're just excited that more of what we like to watch has been streamlined into a bundle service that doesn't seem too far-fetched in pricing for three big content libraries. The Disney Destiny will be a sister ship to the Disney Wish and Disney Treasure. Now, aboard the Destiny, you must choose a side, heroes or villains. The ship's theme will be inspired by Disney heroes and villains and will draw on the legacies of beloved Disney stories, characters, and theme park attractions. And we officially know when we'll learn more about this ship. Disney's been keeping the details close to their chest, but we think we might know when we'll get some exciting announcements. In a post on Instagram, Disney Cruise Line said to keep an eye out beginning on July 30th for a 3-day reveal of the Disney Destiny. Disney has also been sending out PR packages to get folks excited about the announcements, including a ton of patches that give us pretty good clues about the ship. Not only that, but Disney Destiny bookings will open on August 9th, which is very soon. So stay tuned to our website and our social media next week, because as soon as we know, you'll know. Now, before we hear news about the Disney Destiny, we've got news about the Disney Treasure. Captain Hook and Peter Pan have been revealed as the characters featured on the stern of the Disney Treasure, and Disney shared a look at the new sculptures. Each Disney Cruise Line boat has characters on the ship, and we've seen everyone from Goofy to Donald Duck to Dumbo in the past. Rapunzel's on one. On the bow of the Disney Treasure, though, Captain Minnie Mouse is going to be featured, and inside the atrium, there will be a statue of Jasmine, Aladdin, and the Magic Carpet. The Disney Treasure will take its maiden voyage with passengers on December 21st, 2024, and will be the 6th ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. Deadpool and Wolverine is in theaters now, and Disney's celebrating in a few different ways. It was previously announced that for the movie's release, Deadpool would be meeting for a limited time in Disney California Adventure and Disneyland Paris. But now Disney has added an extra surprise to the news. Wolverine is now with Deadpool roaming Avengers Campus as well. Disney says from his favorite cozy reading chair, guests can join Deadpool as he reads from his big book of super special stories. These family-friendly tales delight and charm and inspire in the way only Deadpool can. And keep an eye out for the Wolverine, who may be dropping by Storytime with Deadpool. Also, for a limited time, you'll want to look out for Deadpool and Wolverine appearing in select entertainment offerings around Avengers Campus, including Avengers Assemble and Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Dance-Off. Nearby at the Collector's Warehouse, you're going to find select merchandise themed to the new film, and at Pym Test Kitchen, you can try the Deadpool and Wolverine-inspired chimichangas for a limited time. So if you're going to Disney World next week, sorry, but I've got some homework for you. You will definitely need to do some research on Lightning Lane MultiPass. Our full video will come out on Monday, but in the meantime, please go to our website and read every single article. I'm not joking. It's going to be so beneficial to have a basic knowledge of the system before you're in the parks, and we've made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. You want to make sure you get your money's worth if you decide to purchase. Now, if you're going to the West Coast this week, I've also got some news for you. Disneyland Resort is home to a beloved attraction known as the Haunted Mansion. Maybe you've heard of it. And each fall, the Haunted Mansion hosts Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Picture the classic ride you know and love, but with a spooky, festive twist. This is a super popular ride overlay, and we've seen it attract some very high wait times in the past. Well, we've been waiting to hear when this ride's going to be open, and we finally have an opening date. Disney announced that the Haunted Mansion Holiday will return on July 29th. That's just a few days away. Now, when this ride reopens, it's going to be slightly different. The Haunted Mansion Holiday will be available to ride exclusively via a virtual queue when it first opens. Imagineers are working on a reimagined queue experience, so a big section of the standby line is behind walls. Disney noted that the virtual queue will only be used while the queue is under construction, but we still don't have an exact date for that construction to end. Howdy folks, your favorite sheriff and cowgirl have inspired new merchandise. That's right, we've got 2 new designs this week in the store. First featuring Woody's boots and his iconic catchphrase, "There's a snake in my boot." Next, we've got a design featuring Jessie's boots and her adventurous spirit. Let's saddle up for adventure. Embrace your inner cowboy and cowgirl with style and flair. You can find both these designs and many, many more at dfvstore.com. So we've got some big news from Tortuga Tavern. From the opening of Tiana's Bayou Adventure to the reopening of Country Bear Jamboree and the closing of Frontierland Shootin' Arcade, there have been a lot of construction updates in Magic Kingdom lately. And we also recently noticed that Tortuga Tavern in Adventureland was closed. It remained empty for a little while, but now that has changed. Tortuga Tavern has been renamed. It's now Tortuga Treasures, and it's a gift shop. It sells pirate-themed souvenirs and merchandise, and this seems to be much of the same merch that you could previously buy at Plaza del Sol Caribe Bazaar, the gift shop at the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean. But much of that store is currently under construction as well. You can still exit the ride, and the restrooms nearby are still accessible, but there's a fair bit of scrim up around the middle of the store. So what's going on? Well, do you remember when Disney announced that a Pirates of the Caribbean themed lounge would be coming to Magic Kingdom? The exact location hasn't been confirmed, but current theories include that it will either be located near the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean or in the former Tortuga Tavern. We'll have to wait and see what happens with construction to find out. We found this magical Tinkerbell Lug Bag at the Queen's Table store in the UK Pavilion, one of my favorite stores in all of Disney World, and we're obsessed. These backpacks are a little bigger than the mini backpacks, so if you need a bigger bag than the typical Loungefly, these are the best. Tink is on the front with the words "just a little bit of pixie dust." There's also a front zippered pocket, which always comes in handy for those items you grab often throughout the day. The sides of the bag have a pattern of shooting stars with a Tinkerbell silhouette. There are also pockets on each side of the bag for anything that might fit in there, water bottles, for example. This bag is $110, and we're not sure how long it's going to last, so if you got your eyes on it, you might want to make your way to Epcot pretty quick. So that covers it all for theme park news for this week. If you want even more, check out our website at DisneyFoodBlog.com, follow us on social media at DisneyFoodBlog, or keep watching our videos here on YouTube. We got you covered in all things Disney. Don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our family. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.